prosecuted some of those responsible. The Serbian parliament has condemned the tragedy and apologized for doing enough, not doing enough to prevent it. The Serbian president himself, in this year of commemoration to Srebrenica, shows that the massacre is universally recognized for what it was, and the old wounds are starting to heal. 13 years after the massacre, only half of the victims have been identified and buried. Many of those responsible for the massacre will remain at large. The quest for justice and accountability will continue. Their lives and their suffering will not be forgotten. I extend my sympathy to the victims and to their relatives of this massacre that we all of us condemn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now I would like to give the floor to His Excellency Ban Ki-moon, UN Secretary General.
Ambassador Ivan Babalic, Permanent Representative of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Your Excellency Dr. Treki, President of the General Assembly, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen of the media. Today we honor the victims of the largest atrocities on European soil since the founding of the United Nations. We pay homage to the thousands of men and boys who were slaughtered brutally, deliberately, and systematically. We recognize the burden of families and loved ones who carry the memories and pains with each step. And we vow together never again to allow such an atrocity to happen at any time, in any place. This we owe to the souls of Srebrenica. This we owe to our common humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a day to remember the horror of Srebrenica, but it is also time to reassert the power of tolerance and understanding. All Bosnians, and indeed all of the people of that part of the Balkans, must re-engage with one another on the basis of mutual respect and trust. 15 years have passed. The region has made a progress. I'm particularly heartened by recent efforts to further smooth the path towards reconciliation. But there is still a long way to go. Responsible leaders and citizens must join forces to continue pursuing this essential goal. The emergency of respect and trust after conflict also depends heavily on bringing perpetrators to account. Trust must be told, justice must be done. The International Court of Justice and the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia have found that the horror of Srebrenica constituted a crime of genocide. And these institutions are contributing significantly to the ongoing fight against impunity. Until all those accused of genocide, crimes against humanity, and war crimes face those charges and are judged, our quest for justice and the path towards healing will remain incomplete. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot undo the past, but we must face it and learn from it to build a just and prosperous future. That means all of us, including the United Nations. The United Nations made serious errors of judgment in Srebrenica, which weigh heavy on our collective memory and conscience. As the Secretary General Anand said in 1999, I quote, "The tragedy of Srebrenica will haunt our history forever." End of quote. We must remain steadfast in ensuring that the humankind never forgets those lessons. The work of the International Criminal Court, our efforts to protect civilians, our increased vigilance for early signs of genocide or other grave crimes are all meant to reduce risks of another such assault on innocents and to fully prepare us if it does come. The age of impunity has passed, and the age of accountability is now taking over. Bosnia and Herzegovina is also teaching the world many lessons. You are applying your experience from this unspeakable tragedy to promote global peace as a member of the United Nations Security Council. On this day, let us pledge together to protect and uphold human dignity wherever and whenever it is threatened. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Mr. President, Mr. Secretary General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you all for your presence today and the opportunity to remember the victims. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I spoke with them.